wanna take my time on you.
So thank y'all for coming today. Very exciting. At least it is for us. I know I was reading quotes about making memories and being unforgettable. I think it was Yogi Berra that said, if you want to be unforgettable, if you want to be remembered, you have to do something unforgettable. I don't know if this is unforgettable for you guys, but for us, we'll never forget this. It seems like a small event, a local event, but for us, this is something we'll remember for the rest of my life. Something I'll be able to pass along to my kids, and hopefully something that our community will be able to take some pride in. So anyway, this is really cool that the state of Georgia is doing this. I wanted to say a few thanks to a few people before we kind of unveil everything. Of course, Tommy Benton, and I don't see Tommy here, but without Tommy, this would not have happened. So if Tommy had not passed that, if he had not introduced that bill and had gotten it passed, this would definitely not be happening. So I definitely wanted to thank Tommy. He was instrumental in everything. Terry Pope with the Georgia DOT, she facilitated the scheduling of all this. She's been a joy to work with. Jackson County Historical Society's been a big supporter. City of Commerce, City of Jefferson, Main Street newspapers, and we were talking about Main Street, in particular the Buffington family. And they've been not just neighbors, not just friends to us, but they've been mentors to me from the time I was in school. And they've been supporters of everything I've done, all the stuff I've done musically. So the Buffingtons have been remarkably kind to me. Keith and Tara Childs, and I was going to say they've been like super supportive. I don't see Keith and Tara here today, but they just live right down the road. They've been super supporters. Mike Hammond, a couple of friends that have been kind of involved in this whole process from the beginning. David Wilkins, if you'll hear on the recording of the song, David played the bass line on this because I'm terrible at the bass. David played an awesome bass line. I think it's maybe one of the best ones I've ever heard. Fantastic job. My mom, don't mean to be corny, but my mom, she's passed on, but my mom was a huge influence on me musically. And I know she would be here today. She'd be hooping and hollering and supporting me from somewhere here. So I sure want to thank my mom. My grandfather, Bill Gillespie, was a huge local history lover. And without him, this would definitely not have come to pass for sure. My kids, we've got Emma and Jude here. Cameron and Caleb, they're not here. Of course, they're older, they're teenagers, they're doing whatever they do, which is probably exactly the opposite of whatever I want to do. Anyway, so all my kids, I know they're tired of hearing me talk about 98. My wife, Cretia, who's been supportive of me and heard me talk about Highway 98 till she's sick to death of hearing about Highway 98. I know she's probably thinking maybe we'll kind of let it rest for a while now. So all that, and I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, with all sincerity, this is fantastic to us, but we're very grateful for all of this happening, and God's been good to us, to our family. He's been very gracious to us, to a guy who doesn't deserve it. He's been really gracious, from everything to putting things in place to make this happen, to the weather today. I mean, planning in advance. You never know about the weather. You couldn't have asked for a prettier day. I mean, it's perfect. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the support and everything that everybody's put into this. This has been going on for about 10 years now. So it's really cool that the signs are finally going up. Highway 98 is a real historical highway, not just locally, but I mean, it's a historical place. There's a lot of history going up and through here. I know for me, I've heard stories in my family. I mean, my grandfather told me about my Aunt Jeffy coming up through here when the road was still dirt, an old Model T. And he told her, you got to get going, because when you get going up those hills, a Model T won't make it up the hill. Sure enough, she didn't make it to the top of one of the hills, rolled back down backwards, turned the car over, had to go get my grandpa. Of course, what did they do? They come out, they just turned the car back over and drove it on back home. Stories like that, you know. But there's a lot of history, and all the families, businesses, homes, churches, all up and down through here. And it's a real pleasure to be able to be a part of the local history and of the history here in the state and all. And it's a beautiful place to live. It's a great place. And so thank you guys. Y'all have made this that much more special for me. So thanks a lot for coming out. And I'll cut the trash bag off. All right. Thank you guys. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Anything? So if you haven't heard the song, you want to hear the song, we got some flyers. Emma has some little flyers here that have some QR codes you can scan. It's got a web address on there. You can go and just read all about it, listen to the song, and I guess that's it. That's it. This is the ceremony. So really, thank you guys for being here. I'm thrilled. This is a red letter day for us. So thank y'all. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you.
Past my grandpa's house, jot 'em down. 1,000 years from the nearest town. There ain't no one else on the road tonight with me. Round Danielsville, the register homes, like the lyrics straight out of some classic country song. Not a care in the world, as far as I can see. On past the high school and under the stars, occasional headlights from the passing cars.